these new rules can do for you. We're going to be backed up now to start this drive. Set to go now on 1st and 10. And he'll get ahead for about 3 on the first play from scrimmage. They face 2nd down and 7. Back to throw. Got his man. It's the rookie from Alabama.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He's going to air this one out. Oh, intercepted. What a bad start on the 3rd play. Picked off by the safety, Tyke Smith. And he's going to give his offense a short field to work with as they look for their first points of the game.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike. They've got to identify what went wrong. Let's correct it so we're able to move forward. Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. London brought in motion. He'll drop to throw. He keeps it himself.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Straight ahead with Gibbs. And that call will not get it done. The defense ready, stopping him behind the line of scrimmage. It sets up 4th down.
This is one of those down and distances where the offense really could either run or pass, but give credit to the defense. They sold out to stop the run, and boy, were they right. They take them down for a loss.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Now the Bucs will take their first timeout. So now they'll send out Evan McPherson for this field goal try. This one from 52 yards away. And he missed it. It's no good. And this will stay a scoreless game.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
And that one going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing it and dropping him for a loss. He'll look to throw. Right side, catch made by Dobbs. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. Fires quickly. It is complete on the slant. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the 1st down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can draw up all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver, you see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop. This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
That is caught to the goal line and in. Romeo Dobbs. Touchdown, Giants. It's his 3rd touchdown on the year.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. The quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
A gain of 21 on that pass play. Good for a Buccaneers 1st down.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Out of the gun, he'll throw. He'll push this one downfield for Bowers. And he will go all the way. Brock Bowers. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Look, Mike, I don't want to imply that they drew this play up specifically because this is when the league is celebrating National Tight Ends Day. But you got to admit, it's kind of fun seeing him score on this day in particular and join his fellow tight ends who have also scored throughout the league.
McPherson, good on the extra point. And the Buccaneers will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. So back to level after the touchdown and time for the kickoff. This will be returned from the 2. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Drive will start on the ground, and he'll get about 5 past the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Now, faking the give. Quick throw here is complete. Down the sideline. And he is out of bounds all the way down at the 30-yard line. A big-time play out of the G-men. 38 yards. Here's 1st and 10. Slot man in motion right. And he'll be taken down, and that's going to do it. That's the last play of the first quarter. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter. To the ground, a 1st down run. And he'll be taken down.
Well, this is the advantage to having a really effective passing game, Mike, as the defense now tries to adjust to stopping you through the air. It's a lot easier to mix it up and run the ball. There's a lot less defenders in there trying to stop you.
Ball sitting at the 7. 1st and goal. Here's a run. And they're going to get him down this time. Not as easy as the last carry. This time they drop him behind the line of scrimmage. 2nd down. Now they'll set up to throw. And he's going to be dropped. They get to him back at the 15-yard line.
That last sack is exactly why defensive coaches preach over and over. Just play the next down. Just continue to make them snap the ball again. You're one big defensive play from changing everything about this drive and what once looked like a promising...
And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, New York. Point after now from Dicker. He gets it to go, and the Giants will move out to a 14-7 lead. After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. And that is incomplete. Trying to get it to his tight end, Brock Bowers. And it's going to be 4th down. This is away, and it's a very good kick. Angled toward the sideline. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down. We see it here, big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
And this time they are ready for him. He'll be thrown for a loss. No big gain that carry. It's second down.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
They'll look to throw. This is intercepted. Picked off by Quinyon Mitchell. And he's going to be out of bounds, but he has his offense set up in great field position inside the red zone.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at the 16-yard line.
On first and 10, here's Gibbs. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That'll be intercepted. And the Giants are going to take over here at their own 22.
So you find yourself entering the red zone. Mike, it's hard to not start envisioning scoring a touchdown. Well, that interception, it changes everything. This is a huge missed opportunity. You have to capitalize and find a way to hang 6 on the defense.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
Catch is made there on the left side by Cooks. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. From the 39, here's a first and 10. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Quick throw, taken in. And it'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, New York. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A third touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10.
Let's go.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. This one complete right side. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5.
At the 26-yard line.
Trap 60, trap 60. 70 Timberwolf. Ready?
A run up the middle, it's Gibbs. And the Giants here will use the first of their timeouts. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this first half.
Well, as been the case this entire first half, it's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
Now, deep ball for London. Oh, he's got a defender right with him, and it's an interception. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys first and 10 in the red zone.
So often, Mike, defenders are just happy the ball ends up in his hands, but not this guy. I mean, the catch was one thing, but then the party really got started. I mean, look at this return. He gets one block. He gets another. He's got teammates springing him all over the field. And this offense is lucky. This didn't go all the way back for a pick six.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. A throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out front.
Back to the air once more on second down. There's that man again, another catch. Now a timeout, Giants. That is their second, as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. They'll throw here on third and short, and that is incomplete.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
Back to throw. That's taken in. And this won't be a touchdown, but it will be a first down as they're able to get the conversion and set up first and goal.
I don't think the back was the primary target on this play, but just a great job by the quarterback understanding it's fourth down. I've got to get this ball out of my hand and give our offense a chance at converting, and it's exactly what he's able to do by getting it to his back and letting him pick up the rest.
They'll look to throw yet again. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
He pulls it in around the 5. And he gets out wide. He'll go to the end zone. Touchdown, Giants. Dicker now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Giants add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. He'll start at the 4. And he'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick first down.
Up until that run, this first half, it's kind of been tough sledding here for this run game. They'd love to see him get going. That last big pickup's going to go a long way.
He's going to tuck it and go. And he's going to be out of bounds. Triple zeros up there on the clock. We have reached the end of the first half. All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. From a yard deep, he's going to bring it out. He'll get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. And the Giants here will use the first of their timeouts.
On the set. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Go!
They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. Not much room to operate there. He'll get only to about the 24. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Slot man in motion left. He'll look to throw. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. And he's going to be out of bounds, but he has his offense set up in great field position inside the red zone.
Mike, I think it's pretty clear what the message was by this head coach at halftime. He said, listen, guys, we're behind. We're trailing. We're going to come out early in this second half and be aggressive from the get-go and cut into this deficit. But oftentimes, reckless decision-making, over-aggressive play calling leads to turnovers. Now, this defense finds themselves heading back out into the field a little earlier than expected, but they need to hold serve and keep this score right where it is. They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
He'll drop to throw. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Touchdown, New York. Point after now from Dicker. He's got it. And the Giants will extend this 3rd quarter lead. After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. A couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
Here we go, Shaq.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Now he'll run it. And he'll be taken down as he takes it just shy of midfield.
The challenge of defending a dual-threat quarterback in the NFL, Mike, is that you just don't see them week in and week out, maybe like you do in college. So in this case, you defend everything perfectly downfield, but it's hard to account for a quarterback who can run. He escapes the pressure, tucks it down himself, and he picks up a big gain. Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
3rd and long. London brought in motion. Throwing now on 3rd and long. Going for it all. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. And the Giants are going to get the football at their own 40.
And this is going to go down as a pick, but it really was the pressure defensively that caused the interception. I mean, he was a little sloppy with his fundamentals, but I think it's as a result of the guy in his face led to that ball kind of sailing, inaccurate throw, and that's just really good team defense.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. That one downfield for Cooks. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
how often do we see teams kind of nurse these big leads, Mike, especially as the game unfolds. They turn to the ground game. They try to slow everything down. Well, not this offense. They refuse to take their foot off the gas. They're still mining for explosive plays, and frankly, with the way today's gone, I don't blame them.
And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line. A big play for the Giants. 39 yards.
Set. Back at 60. Panther 11. Panther 11. Ready.
They'll look to throw again. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up second down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Now, faking the give. The second down throw is incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
Last thing, 19. 18 left. 18 left.
On third down, they'll throw. And for a third time today, he's intercepted. And the Buccaneers are going to take over once again at their own 20-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And they'll mark him down up beyond the 30.
We've seen this quarterback have some effective plays with his legs all game today, Mike. He knows when to stay in there and look to pass, but he also knows when it's time to tuck it and go, and he's able to pick up good yardage there.
There he goes. Oh, the ball is out. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds, so possession does not change hands. They'll come up now for second down and 4.
Let's go.
Now they'll set up to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
Here we go. Set. Go.
From out of the gun, he'll throw. He'll try and carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. And the defense has it. The quarterback was on the move, starting to gain some yards, but then he lost the ball. And the fumble's recovered by the defense.
And early on, Mike, it was actually a really good job by the quarterback, extending that play, getting some positive yards with his legs, but he decided not to slide and give himself up. He takes that hit, loses the ball, and now the defense takes over.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with the lead, despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback. The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on third down. A pickup of 12 yards. First down, Giants.
Now this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
Now a deep ball toward the end zone. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Touchdown, New York. That is second touchdown of the game. He's up to 9 now on the year. Dicker, good with the extra point. And the Giants add on to their already sizable lead. After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. Now return coming from the 7. Now an opening past the 30. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. First and 10.
19 Lions. Here we go. Here we go.
London brought in motion. Throwing now on first and 10. This is incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down. Let's see what this call is. Now a first and 10 from the 38-yard line. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. They hand it to Gibbs. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up third down.
Let's go now.
They'll look to throw. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket.
Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed.
Well, what this guy might lose a little bit, Mike, as he gets long in the tooth, he certainly makes up for it in experience. You're not going to be able to do a lot of things to trick him on the back end. He reads this play right from the jump, makes a great break on the ball, and if that ball hits his hands more times than not, it's going to be a takeaway.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. A ball deep for the end zone. That's in the end zone and intercepted.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10.
Ready?
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
You can tell the quarterback has built a lot of confidence in his ability to make plays today with his feet. The defense has had a hard time keeping him in check, and this time, much better job in pursuit. Even though he was able to get outside the pocket, they were able to chase him down and bring him down for a sack.
He was looking for Jahmyr Gibbs out of the backfield. Third down coming up.
Rough sequence over these last couple plays. First down sack, second down big play attempt falls incomplete. And now to make matters worse, you got to operate in 3rd and long on a defense that knows they can just pin their ears back and try.
And he's just throwing ducks up there. Another ball intercepted. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. Second half, and the defense continues to be item 1 in this game. They've done the job keeping the offense in control, and now, Greg, they scored on their own.
Yeah, and they've just been dominant the entire day, Mike, and now to come up with a pick 6 here and just further their dominance, it's been an impressive performance all around for this defense.
After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. Right back to the air following that pick 6. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check.
Under pressure, he's going to go down again. They've sacked him for a 2nd consecutive time.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
And more of the same. Another interception. And the Giants are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. A handoff as they try to run it here. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. That's Dobbs open left side. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Well, I think one thing's for sure, Mike. I don't think we're seeing an offense that is comfortable with this late lead. They're continuing to put pressure on the defense and say, hey, I don't care how much we're up by. We're going to continue to execute our passing game, and if there's opportunities downfield, we're going to continue to take them.
First and 10 now from the 36. He gets this into the hands of Green. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. That one is caught in the back of the end zone. Touchdown, Giants. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Dicker, good with the extra point. And the Giants will add one more onto their big lead. After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. He's going to keep it himself. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds. So no turnover, and it's actually going to wind up a first down.
Let's go now.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line.
Cowboy 80, go!
From the gun, here's Gibbs. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Brings up second and 8.
The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Let's go.
Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. He'll push this one downfield for Bowers. And that is incomplete. The defense very happy to see that play call. The decision to go for it on fourth and long will end up in a turnover on downs.
You find yourself down big. It's the fourth quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
On the double. Here we go, sack. Bring it. Ready.
It's first down, and they'll run.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the fourth quarter, which typically means I had to lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it, you know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
Ready. Let's take 19, 18, run, 18, run.
On first and 10, they'll set up to throw. Catch is made there on the left side by Cooks. Back to throw. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And he's into the end zone yet again. Touchdown, New York. 3 touchdowns for him now in this one. And he's up to 10 on the year. We might need a calculator before this one is done. It has been one-sided, and the route rolls on, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike, and they just keep piling on the points. I mean, this offensive play caller, he's saying it's never enough. I'm going to try to score with every possession, and we've seen him do that all game long.
Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Back to throw here to begin the drop. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
And the big guys up front in the offensive line just continue to not be on the same page. And we've seen it time and time again here today. This pass rush remains one step ahead of them, and it's the quarterback who continues to pay the price. This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump, and they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team...
And he's just throwing ducks up there. Another ball intercepted.
Well, Mike, this is entering the wrong kind of rarefied air. I mean, as in, it's only happened a handful of times since the turn of the millennium rare. It's an entire season's worth of picks thrown in just one game. I think at this point, you junk the playbook, you light it on fire, and we're just going to start from scratch next week.
Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Tyke Smith. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Buccaneers. On is McPherson for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Buccaneers cut into the lead a little bit.
Set to kick off.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line.
At their own 18-yard line.
On the set. Half the 60. Half the 60. Let's go.
Now a give on the ground. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
On 2nd and 10, they'll try to throw. And more of the same. Another interception. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see. Can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
Come 19. Ready?
To the air now on 1st and 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Tampa.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. This is going to be taken in at the 3. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
They'll turn and hand this one off. Up the sideline at the 35. Gets to the edge at the 30. And they're not going to run him down. He goes all the way. 76 yards. Touchdown, New York. Dicker now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Giants stretch things out even further. After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. This one taken at the 7. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. throwing now from the gun. He'll tuck it and take off. Good decision to take off. He gets 15 yards and a first down.
Mike, anytime you're preparing to play a quarterback like this, the defense has to be prepared to keep him in the pocket. Once he gets out, we can see clearly why he is such a threat with his legs.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Let's go.
He'll look to throw. This one is complete along the sideline. A very nice job to fit that ball in. It'll be a modest gain. Here's 2nd and 9.
Here we go, set.
He'll drop to throw. Off he goes. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Now the Bucs will take their first timeout. And it comes with 36 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter.
70 Timberwolf, 19 Lion, go.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He'll look underneath and finds Gibbs. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
So often for a defense defending the passing game, the most difficult guy to account for is the running back out of the backfield. So a really nice job here bringing him down before he has a chance to pick up any yards after the catch.
Here's a 2nd and 9.
19 Tiger, 9, take go.
That's going to wind up incomplete, but a penalty flag is down on the play. Let's see what that's all about.
Ready, set. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles, set. Ready, ready.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. And the Giants are going to take possession here. It's a touchback. They'll take over at the 20-yard line. Drive will start on the ground. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
We've seen this back have his way with this defense all game long, Mike. He's up over 100 yards for the game, but this time the defense said, we've had enough. They sold out to stop him. They hold him to no gain.
So a road win here for the Giants. They continue to be the hottest team in the NFL here in the first couple of months of the season as they remain unbeaten.